Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and let me see if I can bring this just a little. So I wanted to come on here. I'm probably going to be doing a couple little videos here before the end of the year, hopefully. So I want to talk about the card I stalked for 2020. If you watched my channel from last year, I kind of stalked, well, I became obsessed, and I stalked the Eight of Swords, and this is from my Light Seers Tarot. Probably my favorite depiction of the Eight of Swords in any deck. I love this concept that she is truly free. She doesn't see that. She doesn't see that she has options, that she's free to be who she wants to be. She's blindfolded, she's bound, but that's how she's seeing herself, even though she is truly free. And this spoke of volumes to me last year. I went on kind of a journey with this card. There was a lot of self-discovery in it. A lot of things that came out of me getting this particular deck and this particular card. And that's one of the reasons I'll say that Light Series is my soul deck, because this card opened my eyes to so many things, much like the girl in the mirror. I was blind to things that was going on, and I felt bound by just life in general, weighed down by things. And it was my perspective of things. It wasn't actual reality. So it helped me, and of course, every time I get on here, that's when the messages start on here. Just a second. Okay, I think we're done. So yeah, this card last year brought a lot of things to surface, and I've been working on them ever since for 2020. Now, this year it wasn't so in your face that I was stalking a card. It was more subtle than that, and I've actually realized it and realized I wanted to do this video like 3 months ago, but I've been waiting on a deck to get here to show you the card in that deck, and I got it yesterday. Today is Christmas Day. If you've just watched my walkthrough of the Superlunaris that I got yesterday, that's the deck I've been waiting on to show all the different cards in different decks of this card that I've been stalking. And like I said, last year it was more obsessive, like it was in your face, I'm stalking this card. And I've come to realize, now that I'm in my second year of learning tarot and reading tarot, that even though this card was much more subtle in the fact that I was kind of stalking it, I didn't realize I was stalking it till like July, maybe May. But it was more like oh, here I am, and here I am, and I never pulled the card. It was just a card that I was seeking out, and it didn't really dawn on me till probably May or June that I was seeking this card out for a reason. And I found that yes, a card can stalk you, and I will be doing a video about the card that stalked me almost every week this year. It's drove me crazy, insane. But there's also something to be said for a card that you're actively seeking out. There's a reason for it. Since this is my second year of tarot, learning it and everything, I've kind of realized that if you're stalking a card, it's the same as if the card is stalking you. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why you're actively seeking this card out, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. Last year it was very conscious that I was stalking Eight of Swords. This year is very unconscious that I was stalking it, another card. So, yeah. So without further ado, and I've used the Light Seers deck. I bought it, I think it was December of last year, right before Christmas, I think I got it. But I've seen this card many times, pulled this card many times, never really clicked until this year, and that is the Six of Swords. And this one, I love that she's in the boat. The crows are carrying her to safer waters. It does look very dark and dingy when you look at this card, almost like you can even see here. My camera doesn't pick it up, but there's like streaks. It looks like it's still raining, and she looks like she's windswept, and the rain is still coming down, and it's still. Um, but the beach is right here, and she's on her way to the shore, to safe waters, to calmer waters, to a new day, a new dawning of things. And um, I've seen this card many times, and it didn't really register until this year. And I first noticed it probably February. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's nice. It's a nice thought. But I let it go. So then I pulled my Illuminati Tarot, Six of Swords. And this one's much more brighter. You can see the sun rising over the horizon back there. You can see the remnants of what was a storm looks like. The water all around them is calm, and they're coming into the shoreline. And I saw this one, and I'm like, there was this little, almost like a tingle of notice me. I'm like, okay, I notice you. That's a beautiful card. And the sun coming up over the horizon and dawning of a new day. I know what this card means. It's beautiful. Okay. So I kind of let it go again. So when I was going through this deck, which is the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot that's been trimmed and edged, that's when something clicked. Like, it was May or June. When I looked at this card, and I'm like, that is the most beautiful Six of Swords. You can see it's so calm and so peaceful. You can see that the clouds are clearing. The moonlight is coming down. Could be moonlight, or the moonlight is touching the water, or the sunlight, however you choose to see it. The shadow of it in the water. I love the fact that there's a dock here. And there's no people in it, but you can only imagine that they're on the boat and they're coming to the dock, or they've left the dock, which is leaving something behind, leaving the past, and they're going on a new adventure toward the dawning of a new day, a new lifetime, a new you. And this is when I pulled this card, I'm like, okay, I might be stalking this card. Because it's just beautiful with the sunset, moonlight on the water, whatever you want to, however you want to see that. I know some people think of it as a moon going down the end of something old and a new thing beginning. I always typically see it as a sunrise. Hold on just a second. Okay, I had to adjust my foot. It was falling asleep. So then we have the Six of Swords in the Tarot of the Secret Forest. Now, I've talked about this card also many times. And this one was kind of like, after seeing how beautiful this one was, and like, oh, that's such a great message. It's beautiful. I saw this one, and I actually had an experience with this card, mediumship experience with this card, that scared the living daylights out of me. And so I'm like, it almost put me off the Six of Swords completely. I mean, this card was just, it scared the crap out of me. And I love this deck because you got a colored side here and then a black and white on the back side. And it's funny because you see this like calm stream here. I do feel this is very dark though. But on the black and white side, if I can get close enough, yeah, there's a boat there. And it's like they've left the boat. They've already started their new life, their new adventure, their new beginning. They've docked the boat. It's done. What the past is in the past. It's done. And I absolutely love that concept. I love the whole I love the depiction of the boats docked. They're done. They're already gone. And it's just funny because I assumed when I bought this deck that the colored side would be a light and fluffy, and the black and white side would be dark. And this side is the side I see as dark in this, and then the black and white side is just, to me, even though it's black and white, it's beautiful because the boat is there. They've docked it. They've moved on. They've passed the hurt and the pain, and they've moved on. And I love that concept. Love it. So then, because I had to throw a Rider-Waite-Smith in there to remind you guys what it looks like, even though we all know what Rider-Waite-Smith looks like. This is from my 2.0 tarot. And I threw that in there because the skies in this deck are fantastic. You see here the rippling of the rough waters, and they're going into calmer waters. And then the sunrise, there's purples and blues and yellows and greens in that. It's just gorgeous. And it just adds to this whole idea of a new day, a new dawning, a new beginning. And I love the colors in this. Love it. Love it. Yeah. That's why I'm showing you guys this card. Now, I do have a few more I want to show you guys from more other decks. This one is from my Encore Tarot. And I just think this is gorgeous. Again, the water's calm. And you really get the sense of moving forward. And I love in this one that the boat is coming towards you, because it really gives you the sense of that this family are moving forward from whatever they're leaving behind. And it looks like they're leaving behind a huge castle, which, yeah, it takes me on a whole fictional story if I wanted to fill in the blanks, which would be cool because I'm a writer. So, yeah, but I love that image as well, and the moon back there, wow, and the skies. I mean, they're just gorgeous. There's like blue and green in there. My camera doesn't really pick it up, but it's gorgeous. So then we have from my Universal Celtic Tarot. That is beautiful. And it's, again, you get this concept of there's the boat, there's the girl. This one almost seems like she's saying goodbye to the possibility of a new day. Even though it's quite beautiful, the boat looks like it's leaving without her. So it's almost like she's saying goodbye to this possibility of something new, a new beginning, maybe a past love or a potential love that's going away. Yeah, that's what I see in that card. Then I couldn't do this without my Oak, Ash, and Thorn. Six of Swords in this is gorgeous. I love this deck because there's no animals. I love it's got the mama crow and then the baby crow. And then there's like the spirit guide almost crow in the sky. But the sky in this, with the light shining down around the clouds where the storm was, and it's leaving now, and you really get the sense of a new beginning happening, especially with the little baby here. And again, my camera doesn't do this card justice, but it's shining down on the land here, the light. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then we have from one of my latest decks, the Naturescapes Tarot, Six of Swords. And I threw this in because, first of all, it's beautiful coloring. Second of all, it's one of the few cards in the deck that actually has something man-made in it, so the boat's there. And the boat is, to me, very important in the Six of Swords, because it's all about movement to me, moving somewhere, and you can't do that on water without a boat. But this card gives me a sense of calm as well. Even though it looks a little dark and bleak in here, the sun is coming up. You can see the streaks of pink through the sky. The water is calm. It's your typical what you would see in the Six of Swords, except you don't see any person. But I think just with this mountain here, And the boat looks like it's moving along slowly. It's just very peaceful and calming. And I love that. So, the last card I'm going to show you guys. And I have waited 3 months to do this video to get this, so I could, until I got this deck, so I could show this card. The Super Linares Tarot I got yesterday. This is the most gorgeous Six of Swords I've ever seen in my life. It is phenomenal. The pinks and the reds and the oranges and the yellows in this are divine. Again, the water's calm. Again, she's facing you. So it's literally like she's moving forward towards you. And you really get the sense of movement in this, where she's moving towards something beyond what she had. And I really find this fitting for the card I stalked this year, because the Eight of Swords was my card last year that I stalked. And the Eight of Swords, to me, was all about recognizing that you are free. You are not bound. You are not blind. It's all in your mind. And following that with the Six of Swords, where you're moving forward, you're moving on beyond where you were in this, is just, to me, very fitting. And I love that concept. I love that outlook of it, that maybe my waters are finally starting to calm and I'm starting to realize I'm free. And this card is one of my favorite in this deck. Gorgeous. My computer will never do it justice. It is fantastic. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But yeah, that is the card I stalked this year, is the Six of Swords. And once I finally realized I was subtly stalking this card, like the light bulb went off and all this stuff made sense. And I'm like, okay, I got you. So yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And you guys have a great Christmas. Bye.